Hey everyone, so welcome back to Noodle Week, where this entire week I will be showing you how to do different Asian noodles from scratch, and hopefully we'll be starting kind of a series, a DIY noodle series from this. And today I'm going to show you how to do potato starch noodles. And I think a lot of you all are familiar with kind of like the Korean glass noodles. So those are made with sweet potato starch. We're going to be doing potato starch, but it's very, very similar. And this one is more of a jelly, squidgier type of noodle. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this recipe and that you guys are enjoying Noodle Week.
Okay, so this recipe is going to be somewhat similar to the rice vermicelli noodle. So I'm starting off with 50 grams of potato starch along with 50 mLs of water. Recipe for this is all going to be down below, and I'm just whisking it in this small amount to make sure that there are no lumps first. And then, if you all remembered with the rice vermicelli noodles recipe, we had to cook part of the batter. And so this time we're going to do it with hot boiling water instead. So you have to make sure that it's nice and hot because as you guys can see here, it's already starting to cook and activate the starch. So it's going to get nice and thick. And what this does is it really strengthens and thickens the batter so that when you squeeze and you pipe the noodles into the water, it doesn't just disintegrate. Okay, so I'm not really sure the best procedure for this process because my thought is you could probably put the flour and the rest of the water in at this point. But from what I've kind of been seeing, what people do is they turn it into this dough first just to make sure that the potato starch is all nice and incorporated before they start thinning out the batter. And I thin it out with about 1 cup of water. But you can see that it takes a little bit of time. You can even use a hand mixer, an electric hand mixer, might be a little bit easier. And you can see eventually it starts to get smooth. This is still a fairly thick batter. I think I could have added a little bit more water, but the more kind of watery it is, the more potential that it could disintegrate. But I do think that it could go a little bit thinner as well. So, and then I fit this guy with a tip. It's not too small. And the reason is just because this is such a thick batter that if you have the tip super tiny, you're gonna just have a hard time squeezing all of that batter out. So, just like the rice noodles recipe, I'm bringing in a bowl of cold water on the side for the noodles. And then, in terms of the temperature of the water that I'm putting the noodles in, I brought this up to a boil and then I lowered it down because I don't want the bubbles to be too violent because that disrupts the noodles from forming. I only ended up cooking these noodles for about 30 seconds. Once it floats, it's good. So transfer it over to a bowl of cool water, and once you have everything together, give them a nice rinse so that it's not too starchy. So this is the finished product, and if any of you haven't had sweet potato or potato starch noodles before, they are one of my favorites. Like, I know it looks soft, but it actually has some nice bite and some nice chew to it, in addition to kind of the texture that you see. And I didn't end up shooting what I mixed with it, but if you guys watched my spicy and sour noodles recipe, I'll link that down below as well. This is exactly how I ate it that day. Anyways, I hope you all have enjoyed Noodle Week, and I am looking to add to this list. So if there are noodles that you guys aren't seeing on the channel that you would like to learn how to make, just send me a message and put it in the comments or something, and just to let me know. As usual, if you want to see more recipes like this, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys all again next time. Bye.